What's up everyone, James here, and I have a very exciting one for you today because we're doing one of my favorite things, building a brand new PC. I have all the components here to put together a brand new 12th gen Intel Core i9-12900K processor based build. So as some of you already know, gaming and creating is in the fabric of everything I do, personal and work related. Believe it or not, my current desktop is actually a few generations old. So it's time for an upgrade, and I handpicked each one of these components to put together my ideal build for gaming and creating. Great news for me, right? Well, I've got good news for you as well. In celebration of Intel Gamer Days, I'm actually doing two identical builds because one of these is gonna go to a lucky member out there. Now, how do you get entered to win that? Just complete all of our partner trainings from Dell, HP, and Lenovo to get entered in for your chance to win the other build. Let's do a quick overview of the components that we've selected. First and foremost, you need a good processor. We already know that. It's the brain of the computer and has the highest overall impact on performance. So, of course, we went with the top of the line 12th generation Intel Core i9-12900K processor. Next up, for gaming and creating, GPU is also important. So we have an RTX 3080 Ti. We also need some good cooling for our CPU. So we went with an all-in-one liquid cooler from Corsair. Also from Corsair, we have 32 gigs of DDR5 memory. Very exciting because 12th gen Intel Core processors were the first to market with compatibility for that high-speed DDR5 memory. We have a nice 2 terabyte M.2 NVMe SSD for our storage. Next up, we have a motherboard for the Z690 chipset, which is what you need for a 12th gen Intel Core processor. And I want to point out a feature of this motherboard that is a great pairing for our 12th gen Intel Core processor. It has a built-in Wi-Fi card to support Intel Wi-Fi 6E, so we get the fastest wireless connections. We need a beast of a power supply, so we went ahead with an 850 watt power supply from Corsair. Last but not least, we have an all-white smart case from Corsair with a ton of built-in RGB. Gotta have lots of RGB lights, right? Can you tell? Can you tell that I like lights? Okay, now I am gonna put together this absolute beast of a machine, and we'll be back to take a look at the final result. Hey, what do we got going on here? Huh? You like it? You can help me install it? Yay! It's important to take breaks. It's good for the processor of the body. All right, gang, now the build process is done. So I took a moment, I went ahead and I loaded Windows onto our PC, and now I'm currently running a benchmark on both my previous PC and this new build. Now we are gonna test them head to head using the Crossmark benchmarking tool. Now it's not a perfect head-to-head comparison between the processors, though we already know that the processor is the brain of the computer and has the highest overall impact on performance. So that is gonna come into play pretty heavy with these benchmark scores. There are a lot of similarities between these PCs. Both are using 32 gigs of RAM, both are using NVMe SSDs. We did step up from a 2080 Ti graphics card to a 3080 Ti graphics card, so stepping up to the next generation. And we jumped up 3 generations in processor. We are going from a 9th gen Intel Core i9-9900K up to, as I've already mentioned, our brand new 12th gen Intel Core 12900K. So, very exciting to see the performance differences in these. Let's check it out. Now, we only ran the benchmark once on each PC because we're not looking to get a super accurate performance metric. We're really just trying to compare one to the other to see generally how much of a performance increase can we expect. Okay, let's take a look at the numbers. Our first score in the category of responsiveness. Our old build got a score of 1292. Our new build got a score of 2115. So that's a 63.7% increase. Let's look at our next category, creativity. Obviously a very important category for me. The old PC got a score of 1544. Wow, this really speaks to the focus on gaming and content creation with the latest generation processors. The new build got a score of 2643. That's just over a 71% increase. Next, we'll take a look at productivity. The old PC got a score of 1386, and the new one came in with a score of 2077, giving it a 49.8, just below a 50% increase in productivity. And finally, our overall score. The overall score for our old PC came in at 1437, and the new one came in with, drum roll please, 2309, giving our new build a 60% overall increase in performance across the board. Okay, that's pretty impressive. Now I should point out, a 3-generation old Intel Core i9 based desktop, that's still a pretty incredible PC. But that just really highlights that the latest 12th generation Intel Core processors and their new hybrid architecture bring a lot to the table, even if your current desktop's just a couple years old. I've built 2 of these, one for a lucky member out there. I wish you all the best, and whoever wins this build, I hope you are as excited as I am to get our game on. That's it for this one. I'll see you next time. Bye.